thrown money at so many different things that just have not worked. I'm probably on my 19th year in real estate, and it really just put a foul taste in my mouth. So I'm very skeptical, right? But I do know when I see something that's being presented that is unusual and different, and I call that blue water, because it does three things. It's already increased my phone calls and my ability to have conversations with real live sellers in my community. We signed around with him about a week and a half ago, and we went live 6 days ago.
Hello everyone, this is Ryan Carii here, co-founder of Consistent Listings, and today I am extremely excited to be interviewing one of my recent successful clients, Carii Clawson, who is a veteran real estate agent who's already successful in her own right, to now having a blue water system, which has completely changed the whole paradigm. And I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that in just a second. Today, they've joined me to talk more about how we're able to do that. So Carii, thank you for coming on.
Happy to do it. I really am. I'm one of those people that when I find something that's exciting, that works well, I'm passionate in wanting everybody to know about it.
He's going to roll it out. I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So just to open up the floor for the audience watching, tell us a little bit about yourself, your area, and obviously your name, where you live, stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. So I'm in Washington State, and I cover an area called Bainbridge Island. The island is only 12 miles long and 3.5 miles across. However, I do go over the bridge, and I'm in downtown Seattle, and I'm in Kingston and Silverdale and Poulsbo and that sort of thing, which is the greater Kitsap County area.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Well, we'll get straight into it in terms of your first impressions of the company itself, because I'm sure people watching this are probably going through this similar stuff. What were your first thoughts of us when you joined?
I thought, oh gosh, just another spam call. I mean, my goodness, anybody in real estate, we all know that we get at least 4 or 5 of these phone calls and reach outs a day. And it's just exhausting, and it's just habitually, whatever, have a good life. Like, but I have to tell you, what stood out is Harry was charmingly persistent, and it was so funny because what he did was so great. He actually went to my YouTube channel, which I've had organically going on for several years. And he filmed himself in front of my YouTube channel going, Carii, I'm actually watching your YouTube channel. Please pick up the phone. I need to talk with you. He was like, well, I don't know what you're selling, but I'm impressed. So I did pick up the phone and chat with him a little bit. And after he explained to me the program, I was just like, well, this kind of sounds like a no-brainer. And it also was reasonably priced, I have to be honest. It was like, okay, this might be worth my time. And it has ended up doing 3 things, not to jump ahead on you, Ryan, but
Take the wheel.
Because I've been doing this for so long, I mean, I'm probably on my 19th year in real estate. So I've tried so many different things, right? And I've thrown money at so many different things that just have not worked. And it really just put a foul taste in my mouth. So I'm very skeptical, right? But I do know when I see something that's being presented that is unusual and different, and I call that blue water. Right? Something that nobody else is doing. And it was apparent to me rather quickly that this is something that I need to really, really go down that rabbit hole and look at this. And so what it does is it does 3 things. It's already increased my phone calls and my ability to have conversations with real live sellers in my community. It's also made me a little bit of a mini celebrity in my community. People are watching me on YouTube when they're, watching some other show on YouTube, and then I pop up. It's really funny because I pop up all the time when I'm watching YouTube too. So, and I was sharing a story of she's kind of a little mini celebrity. So she's a chef from Texas, and she has quite a huge following. And she recently moved to Bainbridge. She came to visit a friend, and she was out on my deck, and she's looking at the beautiful water, and it's just a beautiful day. And she said, I can't believe this place actually exists. I had no idea that this existed. I have to move here. And literally 4 months later, she was living here and she's now looking for a house. But she has an amazing online presence, right?
So like a little celebrity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has a lot of followers. She's been on TV. She's done a lot of television. Anyway, so she's here in my kitchen like a week or two ago. And she said, Carii, it was so funny. She said, I walk in the living room and there's my husband and he's watching you on TV. And he says, hey, isn't this that gal that you're working with, Carii? And he goes, she's pretty good. She's pretty good online. And I just give that all to you guys. You guys have done a really good job making me look good. Thank you.
Looking professional. Well, look, you have to be good on camera, and then we just took it from there, right?
And then the third thing, so bringing in new business is important. Being, recognized in my community, that's an added bonus that I didn't predict. And then
something. Sorry, just to jump in. You said something about someone recognizing you at the grocery store.
Oh, more than just I've had real estate agents go, I was thinking about joining your team and for some reason I just keep seeing you every time I turn on my TV. And they're like, maybe that's a sign that I'm supposed to join your team.
Yeah, you know what you're
and then the third one just being that it's evergreen. So right when you're doing video and that sort of thing, it's something that you can use for years. So that's another added plus that I appreciate.
Yeah, it's definitely not like the YouTube organic sense when you're on the content treadmill, so to speak.
Yeah.
You just record for you have like an hour, 2 hour recording session where you get everything set up, and that thing lasts you a long time, right?
Yeah.
3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And for those watching, in terms of the program, right? So we had those three components: the leads, more appointments, more listings, which we'll get to in a second, the celebrity status, and the evergreen start. I'm sure everyone's wondering what was the actual result of putting all those three to work.
Well, like I said, we have an agent now really seriously considering joining our team, that's just a huge plus. And we've had really good return on investment on CL, better than what I expected for sure. I did do some due diligence. I like to call people that are utilizing different systems and ask them how it's going for them, which I did do. And the person that I chatted with, he was very genuine. He was like, Carii, I've done this, I've done that. He's been in the industry for some time like myself. And he said it's the second or third lead gen per month. And that I really appreciated that. And I would have to say at this point, same.
Amazing. And in terms of like the listing side, you told me you managed to secure a $1.2 million listing. Let's go into that, because I know that was a bit of an interesting case, right? Where you had to not say compete, but you had to show your worth.
Right. And so, this particular lead, it came in while I was vacationing in Cancun. And I did follow up with them immediately, which, that's the secret sauce to your success, right? You follow up immediately. And so I was in Cancun and we missed each other. And then I called him again. And the third time I reached out to him, which is a couple of days before I came home, he had indicated that he and his wife had decided to hire a competing company, a very, very low-end competing company, to save money on commissions, right? And I acknowledged that, I'm a frugal girl as well, and that I get it, that saving money is important, but it's actually what you reap, not what you save, right? And I indicated to him, it's not a good idea to step over $1 to pick up a dime. You want to interview me. You want to find out, what am I offering that the other guy isn't offering, right? You have a luxury home. And after interviewing with him and following up a couple times, and I also said to him, listen, I called you 3 times from Cancun. So that should tell you something about my persistence. I am charmingly persistent. I'm going to be here until you politely tell me to go away. So anyway, so we got the business. We signed around with him about a week and a half ago, and we went live 6 days ago. We're doing some open houses this weekend, and we've had really great activity. So I'm thrilled. But that's just one of a few. Like I have another one. It's probably going to be more in the 1.3, 1.4 range, and that's coming up this summer. I mean, I've got a lot in the pipeline, right? And these are real people that I've sat down with that intend to sell their homes.
Yeah, just so for everyone watching to clarify, what we did on our end is we generated the lead with the YouTube video that we scripted for Carii. We got the lead, and then we also set the appointment. And then once the appointment's been set, Carii just jumped in and obviously like taking it from there and taking it to the next steps, right?
Yeah, exactly right. And I really appreciate that support. And to just reiterate the support, it's always difficult when you're speaking to somebody who's promising the sun and the moon and the stars to think, okay, are they really going to be there when I need them, when I have a question, when things get awkward, when I have a problem? And I have to say, I've been surprised and delighted that if I text or if I email, I get somebody to return my question like within just a few minutes. And that was surprising to me because I know we're all in different time zones, and I just want to say thank you for that. No
worries. It's crazy because I speak to a lot of agents on these interview calls. It's crazy that like that's a standout, that the industry standard is like people don't reply, because for us that's just a normal thing, right? It's just common courtesy. Yeah. Someone's messaged us, a client, someone that's in our team, we want to get back to them as soon as possible, and no matter what the case is, right? Yeah. So it's crazy that the barrier is so low on that, which is what I find surprising every time. Cool.
Yeah, it's good for those of us who work. I mean, it's great. It's like I sometimes, the only reason I've gotten the business is because I hold up my phone, I go, and I answer my phone.
Exactly. Some people just don't want to do that nowadays. It's so easy. The barrier to entry is so low. Okay, cool. And then obviously, you know, we kind of brushed over it a little bit. Is you've been in the game for like 19 years. This is your 19th year. You've had experience with other things. How does this compare to that?
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've never seen anything like this where it does all three of these things, and it gives me support, and I'm actually having results where I actually get to chat with people, set up appointments, and they really are considering selling their home, and they're looking for advice and help and that sort of thing. I can easily say I've never seen anything like it, especially on the listing side.
I love it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Perfect. I think that's most of the stuff. I only have a couple more things for you, which is like, imagine if someone was watching this right now. What would you say if someone was on the fence about booking a call to speak with me about the program? What would you say to them?
What do you have to lose? Why would you not scratch the surface and investigate further?
That's what you did, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And what did you find?
Well, I'm here, right? I'm shouting from the hilltops.
Moving from the hilltops. I love it. Yeah. Cool. Okay. I'll wrap it up there. All right, guys. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you, Carii, for letting me interview you. Yeah, shoot. What were you going to say?
No, I said happy to do it.
Oh, I love it. Perfect. Cool. And if you're watching right now and you're interested in working together, or you have any questions about the program, what I want you to do is just scroll up. There should be like a calendar box somewhere. I want you to book a call right now. On the call, we'll have a deep dive on your specific situation, see if your area isn't taken as well, because we're having a lot of areas filled up. Carii, for example, for you, we had someone come into your market. We're like, nope, we got the one and only Carii Clawson, right? So that's a big thing. And we have a custom game plan for what that would look like for you guys. So once you're done, let me know, and we'll see you on the other side.